Hello, how are you? I'm doing well. Stream will be starting in about 10 minutes. Enjoy some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Hello, everyone. Hello, no one. My name is Nate. This is Nate Flies. This is my YouTube channel where I practice flight simulator and I practice radio communications so I can do better on VATSIM, which is offline. Everyone's offline at the moment, but happy 2026. Today we'll have to come up with a new flight sim resolution. But like Stu says, we'll just keep on winging it and keep it all up in the air. Alrighty. Thank you everyone and no one for joining me today. I am in a Boeing 737. I am in the Zebo mod for XP12, and I think this is my first flight of 2026. I am glad to be back. And on a traditional Monday, which is my Shabbos, my day off. But as I had sort of mentioned, never watched this before, which you haven't. This is just my accountability stream that I actually started about. No, I didn't start it, but I started at least being VATSIM accountable. That was my New Year's resolution last year, even though I'm not really a resolution kind of guy. But it was going to be to get better at flying this thing, and mainly to get on VATSIM, which is a kind of global online ATC network where there's at any given time hundreds to thousands of flight sim enthusiasts flying around, practicing, I should say, employing real-world procedures to the best of their ability, and with full air traffic control, and it's fun stuff. And I enjoy it, and I wanted to get better at it, but I'm lazy, and I don't ever give myself time to play, or if I do give myself time, I talk myself out of it to do something even lazier. So the point of these was my accountability, so I would come in here and be forced to talk, and the main thing was that I was able to, I started originally recording these just on OBS on local computer and trying to see what I was doing wrong and what I was doing right to watch them back, because I'm so low IQ on this stuff that I often don't know what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right in the moment, but looking back helps. So so that's kind of what this whole thing is about. But watching those streams where it was just me recording and not talking was boring. And since I like watching flight sim streams, I figured, well, I'll be cringe and talk to a fictional chat. Hey chat, how you doing? I'm glad. Thanks for joining me today. But it at least made it slightly more interesting to watch back for whatever reason. Mainly because we started listening to a lot of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. So in any case, I'm stalling here. What I'm going to do today is we are flying from Cincinnati to St. Paul, and kind of as a joke, the reason I'm doing this is because we can fly our lovely Boeing 737 leased Prime Air livery from Sun Country Airlines, who have this morning merged with Allegiant Air. But Sun Country flies, they have a fleet of like 20 737 Prime Air cargo, converted cargo planes from Boeing. And my interest in flight sim, actually, for whatever reason, comes from being a dork and liking flying, but also kind of, I don't know, logistics, cargo operations. Is ridiculous, but it's a thing. But I know how to fly the 737 the best, and so this is what I've been practicing on the most. I'll fly this. We'll make Jeff Bezos some more money that he doesn't need today by flying some fake cargo around, powered by Amazon AI. So that's why I'm in this thing, because it's one of the few 737 cargo that I like to fly. But yeah, like I said, I'll be setting this thing up kind of according to real world procedures, and flying to Minneapolis. And today we will also be listening to, you can see up here, this is about a 2-hour flight, a little less. I've got one of my favorite King Gizzard concerts from the last stream. From the last tour, the couch tour, 2 tours ago, I guess, really starting. The Minneapolis show, which is pretty solid. So we're going to listen to that on the cruise today and relax. And I am, that's all we're doing today is relaxing. I don't really have anything specific I'm working on today. We'll see kind of as I do stuff. But I think for now, let's just get started. I've got the aircraft just kind of in a not quite turnaround state yet, but let's get rocking. I'll get our operational flight plan up here so we can sort of start thinking about what the hell we're doing, and we will deliver some cargo to Minneapolis. So yeah, like I said, the reason I was doing this, Sun Country Air, I'm Sun Country 462 November. They either moved or started a cargo thing in Cincinnati. I even saw they were like hiring and stuff. Maybe we'll mess around and look at some of their website stuff since it's funny. We can fantasize about what it would be like having made different life decisions. I would never want to do this in real life, by the way. That's something to be said about this. But I like flight simulators. So, but then Minneapolis is Sun Country's hub, and since they have a Amazon place in Cincinnati, I'm parked currently in that lot here. But so anyway, let's stop stalling here. Let's look up at our overhead panel and do some stuff. I already aligned the IRS. I did some other things up here. Yaw damper is on. Don't worry about the fuel for now. Ground power is on. Got some lights. We don't have anybody to care about here. I can go ahead and switch those. Window heat's on. I'm using new checklists, which wants engine hydraulics on already. And this all looks good. Our flight today is going up to flight level 380, and Minneapolis is so we'll be looking at charts and things like that. So 838 feet landing elevation, 800 for where we're going, 30. Okay, 820. So setting hour is the pressure, so people's heads don't explode or pass out, I suppose, is really cool. So okay, so that's all I want to do up here. What we're going to do now is go and program the flight computer. Usually I've got that out of the way. Usually I've got my WinWing panels all set up, but I am not quite in the mood today to deal with the cams. And so I will be doing stuff in the stream. But here's the little flight computer that we'll be setting up. And I will do that now. So we're in Cincinnati. That's Kilo Charlie. What is it? Victor Golf. Charlie Victor Golf. Here we can see everything. And I go ahead and plug that in as our reference airport, and I go to the route page. Alright, that's our origin, and we are going to St. Paul. So Kilo, Mike, Sierra, Papa, destination, and I use our generic home country, so we are Sierra, Charlie, X-ray. I think for their cargo, it's always Sierra, Charlie, X-ray, and then their passenger flights are Sierra, Charlie, Yankee, something like that. And then they're usually like a 4-digit 30 something code, but 462 November 4892 is our flight number. All right, cool. So we'll set our departures and arrivals. Today we will be departing according to all of our weather and such, and I'll show you all that. So we're parked in one of these, and here we are at the Amazon ramp in Cincinnati, and we'll be taking off on, according to the flight plan, runway 18 left. So we will have kind of a reasonably long taxi up there. But yeah, 18 left, and we will be taking this Lovey 8 RNAV departure, so we'll read through that in a sec. But for that sake, we can go ahead and punch in 18 left. And if you kind of see the flight computer being used, I've got a peripheral on in the real world, the fake real world here, that I can cycle through stuff. So we're taking that Lovey 8, and our transition today, if we go look at our flight plan, is KDIS transition. I'll explain some of this stuff. Part of this, by the way, is just like I like talking out loud. I noticed when I'll talk more about my VATSIM flights that I've been doing. It's almost like worse when I do flight sim without the stream going now, because I don't listen. I just start doing stuff, and I notice I miss things, because when you're talking out loud, this is kind of like the whole reason I ended up doing the stream, was because I wanted to be talking through, and if I stumbled up on something, that would help me actually catch what I was doing wrong. So we are then going to Minneapolis, St. Paul. We are doing this Killer 3 star. The transition is comma, and we'll be taking the ILS 30 left right now. I don't think the winds will change too much. Things seem pretty consistent. So we'll go to the ILS 30 left, and I'm going to do no transition because we'll just vector ourselves around. If we have enough fuel, I will maybe do a fly around Minneapolis, see how the scenery looks. All right, cool. So I'm going to set that in. And I'm on our route page now. I'm going to finish putting in the route information. We can see we have these discontinuities and such here. So from KDIS, we want to take... Oh, duh. Let me fill this in. So from KDIS, we're going to be taking an airway. So that's Juliet 8, 9, 2, Oscar, Bravo, Kilo, OR, I assume, then direct. Page. Lake. So there's all of our stuff. Killer. Our charts. So Giku. Or ILS approach or radar vectors to final. So I will go ahead and what's our next thing here. Narco 1000. All right, so I'm just going to be. I'll just have Giku as our last waypoint there. I won't close up that discontinuity. I'm surprised it doesn't give you like vectors or something at this point. But whatever, all good. It shouldn't make too much of a difference for us. Except it might say something about our fuel being too low or something. Anyway, so right now what I'm doing is setting up. So that was setting up the route in the computer that we can look at in a sec. I'm going to quickly go ahead, punch in our 0 fuel weight. Our reserves today of fuel are 6.5 cost index, which has to do with how much kind of the efficiency, the cost of fuel, 54. We're going up to 380 today. Our average cruise winds are 301 at 3. So I guess we'll be getting kind of, not really, I guess kind of just crosswind the whole flight. And the temperature up there at top of climb is, it's cold today, minus. I think, isn't that where Fahrenheit and kind of come together now? Okay, so it's cold up there, transition is good, execute, out constraint. I'll look at that in a sec. And then we will do our one thing I want to do just quickly while I have the chart kind of up here is look at our, so I can come up here. Here's the EFIS panel up in the top right. I'm kind of talking more than usual today because I haven't flown in like 2 or 3 weeks or longer because of fucking work. Everyone, no one who watches this knows I hate work, and so I take Mondays off because I'm very busy, and I do this instead. So let's go into our plan mode here. Make sure, go to our legs page down. And we're going to kind of step through the flight plan and compare it against our charts, our departure, and I'll set up my panel also. So we're doing this, okay, so Lansing, Feeblu, Gumry, up, Mummy, Lovey, off to Zabel. But even on here, Zabel, nice, Bowler, Ruby K, Camo. Oh, you can kind of see what's doing. Stepberry, Robbie, Cable, top of the Penta, Zing. So we have a flight plan that looks correct, and we can always get it a little better once we get. So anyway, that all looked solid to me. So the route, I will do a route copy complete. So we have second route save, which I haven't been doing. And okay, so here's our map, and now let's set up some stuff in the aircraft. So up here is the MCP panel. We'll set our takeoff course as 186. That on both sides. And our initial runway heading is basically 186, even though I think it has us jog out a little. We'll check that out in a moment. Let's go. Flight directors on our initial altitude today. So what you do is you look at these charts. They have various rules about who can do this. Turns out we can. For 18 left, we're flying on heading 186, and then we're jogging over 171 to Lansing on track 222 to Fee track 22 to Montgomery. Okay. And our top altitude today is 5,000, so over here on the right. 5,000 in the box, as they say. 5,000. Okay. And this will be LNAV, VNAV departure. Meaning we'll have both lateral and vertical guidance for this. And we've got a couple of restrictions. It all looks but yeah, let's go ahead and do our that looks good. Let's do our takeoff performance. So go back down into our computer, go to the init ref N1 limit, and what we will do is go look at our flight plan, and it will be great once Zibo adds the flight the performance takeoff calculator, but not quite yet. But sim brief at least gives us one here. So today, okay, our QNH, we'll double check that, but that's our local altimeter setting, so 3.30.35. Okay, and our takeoff today. So down here, the select temp, that basically has to do with helping the engines run more efficiently. So we were setting them to select temp 49. SimBrief likes a derated takeoff 1, probably climb 2. Yep, so climb 2, so nice. We're just having a nice gentle takeoff today. Flaps 5, I'll pull the center of gravity from the Zibo, that gives us our trim setting. And I will go with these higher VREF speeds from the SimBrief calculator. So it wants V1 is 145. So that's the speed at which we need to decide to hit the brakes or take off. 147 is when we rotate, because otherwise if you go past that, you can't hit the brakes. You will run off the end of the runway, likely. And then our V2 speed, VR is when we pull back the yoke to take off, and V2 152 is our the lowest speed at which the aircraft will still climb or take off with one engine out, which shouldn't bother us today because I don't have failures on, because I can't deal with that yet. So anyway, sweet. There's our takeoff is all set. I'm gonna go ahead and put our first officer heading there. Let me set up their EFIS panel. Map mode, I like entering it. And all right, sick. That's all we need for there. So we can get actually started a little more here. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip on a fuel pump so that I can turn our auxiliary power unit on. Let's get our anti-collision light on. So what the APU is in the back of the aircraft. So we're on ground power right now. And, oh damn, I totally forgot one thing I wanted to do. Nothing that's gonna hurt us, but there's a modification of this aircraft that came out that has really, really nice sounds. There, you can hear the APU firing up. So in the back of the aircraft here, we look up the Boeing 737-800 asshole cloaca, since it's got both. Although, thank God, why am I even? That's the input. This is output. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So the APU is kind of, imagine a little smaller engine that powers everything else once we disconnect. So okay, APU is available. Let's go ahead and flip that on. Care about the probes yet? I don't think. Our APU bleed on. Let's get our position light on. Yeah, okay, everything's feeling pretty good here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the GPU. Our parking brake is set. Rocks. Come off. We are almost ready to rock. I will do some checklists here. And I'm a little sloppy on the checklist only because they are not the ones usually used, so just I might miss some stuff here. But I really do like this
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Right. So I was just testing some stuff so that it doesn't yell at us too much. Okay, let's do the before start.
Before start checklist to the line. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Really?
Yeah, I always like to get a little huff of oxygen. I'm supposed to test that.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
Oxygen,
On.
coffee.
Nav
Important.
transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
Alright, fuel. We have 17.7, and that lines up with our flight plan. So, let's say, how do I do that? On?
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
4 pumps on.
Cabin utility. IFE.
Actually,
galley
we do
power.
have center
On.
fuel.
Emergency exit lights.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
Really? On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Pressurization.
Is set. So we have our
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
yeah, settings. I'm not like I said, VATSIM is still I'm looking at looks there's no one, so we'll
Set
just
standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Alright, we haven't done that. Let's do a quick takeoff briefing. So what we're doing today is we are in Cincinnati. We are parked somewhere on here. We'll push back onto this November 1 Charlie, and then we will taxi. Where are we? We're down here somewhere. We'll take this November across to I guess Tango and uniform full length. And for the actual departure, we will be taking off. Here it is, right here. We will be taking off once we hit, or that restriction doesn't matter there. I just need to take a little slight left over to the last Lima Alpha Sierra November Golf waypoint and come around to Phi Blue Gumri, and we are just climbing our way to 5,000, and we'll kind of chill there for a minute just because I always like to look around a little bit, and then we will continue our climb. But we want 250, so that should be good. There's our takeoff briefing.
Discussed.
PA.
Sure, you don't have anyone
Complete.
here.
FMC CDU.
Is all set?
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
No.
Alright, so I forgot something. 152.
N1 and IAS auto V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance weight and balance.
Yep, all checked.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck window and cockpit door.
Closed.
Doors.
Hey, Captain,
Closed.
let me know where you want this thing.
Passages.
Seated.
Before start checklist completed to the line.
Alright, did it. Okay, so let's plan our pushback. That looks good.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Alright, let's let tow come and then we will get our push. Otherwise, everything else looks solid here. So this one has us do like, you know, I don't, in my other checklist I set certain things after we push back and yada yada. You know, I'll just set sweep up 10,000. Off.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Alright. Here we are connecting. Lifting up. Like I said, we do have some center fuel pumps.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright, so we're almost ready. It is cold outside, but it is not icing conditions. Let's flip the packs off. Get ready to push. What do you say? Just
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
okay, let's do our
Before start checklist to the line. Gear pins.
Oh wait,
Remove.
you want this?
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Parking brake.
Really?
Don't worry.
Set.
Transponder.
Out. Off.
Before start checklist completed.
Alright, let's go ahead and fire them up. So, the right engine, or engine 2, set to ground. What happens is it's using some bleed air and starting to spin up one of the fans in the turbine. Get some oxygen going. Once you hit about 23% N2, you add fuel. Then science and technology happens, and sorry. And an engine starts. So yeah, this livery says Atlas Air on it. So that's what it was. These are all Sun Country now. This one is, I think this is the one that is actually by them. Alright, so engine 1 stable, or engine 2 stable, let's go. Same deal. Right, fuel. And what you watch is exhaust gas temperatures spitting out, means fire is happening. And then we watch the N1 start to spin up.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Alright, so that guy is getting out of here. Go ahead and set the trim. This is 5.5. Yep. Flaps. Flaps 5. Set. Go up here. Let's go to our generators are on. Yada yada yada. Packs.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Bye, dude. Isolation valve is auto. APU bleed can come off. Engine start switches continuous. APU can come off. Let's go taxi. I like turning the runway lights on too. Okay. Thing looks good up here. Let's our flight control check. Make sure everything's plugged in. Full down. Up. Full left. Full right. Left. Full right. Alright, cool. That felt like everything I want to do. Go ahead and just set TRA now, even though there's no traffic about. Let's do our
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On.
APU.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 required and selected. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight control.
Checked.
Recall.
Are you sure? Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Alright, we did it. Okay, so for our taxi, we will be taking, like I said, Charlie that we're on to November. Pretty straightforward one. Alright. Get going. We'll do Alright. I am glad to be flight simulating. Have my brakes. Probably be running out of that measly bit of center fuel by the time we get views set for us here. Right. So here comes November. You can see November, we're going to okay. Traffic. One thing, there's two things in the ZU I'm looking forward to. The performance calculator will be really nice to have, and then the if they ever kind of make a cargo version that you can load up with some stuff. All right, we will be coming across. Where I suppose we would be parking. Feels only out here. I should turn on the AI traffic just so we have some other aircraft to look. Okay, so we take this all the way down to the end. Tango. Right there. We will be doing. And I'll check the weather again one more time as we get a little brush. So 230, 12 knots. So we'll have a little bit of crosswind, but it'll be okay. So we're taking off due south. It's coming kind of a little bit from our, it'll be coming kind of from the front right. Alright, left, right. We will taxi this bad boy all the way down to. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and do our. Usually, let's see. Does this one want us our auto throttle on?
Before takeoff, checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Correct.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 set, green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Yep, we know what we're doing.
Reviewed.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff, checklist completed to the line.
So before we line up, we'll do our before takeoff below the line. And we've got a little bit of ways to go here. Driving a little drunk. Almost speeding.
Approaching 27.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got the RAS click on. I like her. She sounds like the Nostromo self-destruct voice. Alright, what is the local 3029? Is that a... Oh shit. Now we are speed. No bosses are watching. The wind sock. You'll see we'll have a little wind kind of coming to our from our front right. All good. Okay, let's go ahead and alright, I'm gonna go ahead and line up and wait too on this runway. No one else is coming. Turn our landing lights on, strobe light if I can get it. Auto throttle.
Approaching 18 left.
18 left. That's what we want. I had taken off this plugin a while ago because it didn't seem like it had been working, but all good. No.
On runway 18 left.
18 floor. We'll stop here. Going to set the parking brake, which I have to figure out why my parking brake thing doesn't work anymore. Okay, let us everything feel ready. Yar. Okay. And then a little here, and let's do our before takeoff.
Before takeoff,
below the line.
checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff, checklist completed.
All right, we are ready to rock. Everyone ready? Strapped in, ready to go. All right, parking brakes off. Split up to about 40%.
On runway 18 left. On runway 18 left.
And 1. Ooga. A little bit of that wind. Ground pressure. Still hear the co-pilot call out. That's weird. Sometimes. Yeah. That's
80 knots.
I'm getting like a crazy amount of wind to the direction I wouldn't expect right now.
V1, rotate.
Alright, rotate. Pulling back gently on the stick.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Don't worry about that. Caution.
400.
400 check. On that VNAV speed. And set the heading bug. Set that little turn.
1,000.
Just because I want to do some stuff, I'm going to put the autopilot on. Okay, on that VNAV speed command. Flaps 1. Yeah, it was weird. I was getting wind to the opposite. Sometimes on X-Plane, it just seems like when you're taxiing, it does some weird stuff. Not taxiing, on that takeoff roll. Alright, flaps can come up. Alright, flaps are up. They're accelerating. There we go, 250. Reset our heading. Legs to yep. And like I said, we're just gonna chill at 5,000. Have a little look-see. Cincinnati suburbs. Enjoy some loud sounds for a second. Alright, FMC speed. LNAV, VNAV. Okay. So we'll be leveling off at 5,000 here. Set our heading bug to the next turn. Okay. Let's do our after takeoff stuff. Alright. For TO, gear down, or off. Start switches. Alright, I think that's all the stuff. Let's do our after takeoff
After
checklist.
takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization.
Is set.
Set.
Engine start switches.
Off.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Up. No lights.
Altimeters.
Set.
Set.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Alright. Did all of our stuff. We'll imagine we have a porthole. There's the old Grand Ohio River. Reset our heading bug here. Go ahead and save everyone's ears. I'll turn the exterior sounds down so we can hear ourselves think. We are in the outside view. Ah, much nicer. For stream purposes, I suppose. In real life, I like to, especially when no one's home, man. I love cranking the sim. The sounds are fun. Alright, this looks like, I assume we're passing into, we're in Indiana now. Come on. And I don't know why these maps struggle so much. Okay, in any case, let's continue our climb. We have no other restrictions and whatnot to care about. So let's go ahead and go all the way up to 380, I think you said. Altitude prevention. Alright. Set 380 climbing. Devo's gonna do its nice little aggressive 5,000 feet per minute. Look at that bad boy. Wants up. I guess we are just kind of doing, let me see some climb. There's some climb too. Claims here. Works for me. If we fly back to Cincinnati at some point, I will play what is a really good Gizzard show, which is technically a Kentucky show, but I'm pretty sure it happened. When did it happen? I'll have to look it up again. It was right on the border. Okay, climbing, everything's looking good. Once we get over 10,000 feet, we will start accelerating. This, we can look at our vertical profile. Alright, cool, everything's looking good. We'll go ahead and say above 10,000. And I've been trying to do this stuff at transition. Let's just go all the way and stuff. Okay, speed increase. Our legs. Progress. So top of climb is in Alright, so it's 1900 hours. In about 20 minutes we will be at top of climb. Alright, awesome. So heading. Alright.
For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on.
X-Plane does have this
Even if the
weird
sign
kind of
is off,
lighting thing
Please
sometimes.
keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. Also remember to use caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. We've now reached an altitude where it is safe to use to prove to...
So, we're in a cargo aircraft, so no one is actually here. So we're just about 5%. If we were, we could take the seatbelts off and whatnot. But yeah, you can hear the chatter and stuff. Like I said, this doesn't have a like a cargo variant, the Zebo. So the last thing I'll do is once we pass 18,000 feet, I will press the standard button and set standard pressure, and we will be up in our flight levels. And then we can relax. I just realized, hopefully I was not actually walking around VATSIM. No, I wasn't connected, okay. Okay, oh. Let me just get rid of the client. I see, okay, it controls that. Yeah, I looked over and I saw my VATSIM was all lit up. But I have not been talking to anybody. Alright, here comes 18,000, set standard. And yeah, that's now we're just enjoying the flight now. And set the heading code. All right. All right. We've got some stuff to talk about because I need to come up with something else to be accountable for. Oh, nice. My special eBay order arrived just now. Unfortunately, I could, but I should not use them on this flight because they are for some novelty Jinro Chamsul Soju glasses. That will be fun to use for Soju night. Props to my buddy Davey for the Soju rec. Fine drink. My dog says hello. But yeah, so a year ago was New Year's resolution, since I don't make any serious ones. It was one to let's see, what's our cloud situation here? We are -10. It's cold. We should be okay icing wise, unless we fly through that cloud. I'll turn the anti-ice on. But yeah, so that was my New Year's resolution last year. I did finally get my ass on VATSIM, which I hopefully will be doing more of this year. So that's something. And then I'll need some other kind of flight sim related accountability reason to be doing this. It probably still should just be VATSIM, so I don't, you know, I do really like flying a VATSIM, but it's more intense experience at first. But it gets kind of easier as you go. But I've had fun doing it the kind of handful of times I've gone on. All the controllers have been really nice. But yeah, I'll have to think of something. Probably maybe learn my Airbus procedures a little better. Coming into a little bit of clouds, I guess better safe than sorry here. I will turn our engine anti-ice on. All right, so let's check our actual progress down here. We will eventually be getting there so it's 1900 now. Get there in about an hour and a half. So that sounds like it's a good time to fire up a little Gizz. Hopefully, let's see if this video opens up. A long set. Order here. Okay, so let's enjoy some King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. This is, like I said, live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's the other thing I like about Flight Sim. I can sit back and listen to some music for a bit.
Good evening, g'day!
Boy. Hey, Amby.
Hello, friends. Welcome. Pleasure to be here. It's been a while.
This is a pretty good show.
In St. Paul, 22. Said it's 2015. Good to be back.
What's the deal? Is there a rivalry between St. Paul and Minneapolis? Is that a thing?
2015 we did with Mild Heart Club. Anyone here? Was there anyone here for that show? He played at the Prince place. Yeah, was anyone there for that? Yeah? Yes. Well, thanks for sticking around and watching us play. Thank you very much. Very lucky to get to do this shit. Thanks to you all.
A little cloud surfing. Alright, enjoy King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. This is Plura, live in Minneapolis, couch tour. Is that goddamn 2024? Always that fucking phone call. Indie. Cloudy over Indie. There's the Brickyard VOR. The Indianapolis 500 Motor Speedway. Right around here. Look at good like Indie. turbulence. Woo! That was Plura by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Alright, did I turn anti-ice off yet? But I will. This is 1 microtonal gizzard. $1,000 to go, check. Oh, 1-0. I'm just plugging in a VOR station because it's kind of a little situational awareness. Picking up this direction. Usually we take a big turn to So yeah, these are the VOR stations. Started putting the weather on even though which. Also put terrain on this side again. Here you want to see some pictures of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? Background. This was the show. Oh, this was the one that had. Yeah, this was like a pretty cool venue. Yeah. Alright, this was super cool from the stage. I think this is like an old building of some kind. They built this around it.
You know what time it is.
There's Stu.
I'm gonna have to get my
There's,
friend in the very loud King
He
Gizzard
keeps
shirt to
King.
come over. Someone can help him over.
That's who's talking right now, Joey. Gizz heads. This is what it looks like when they are playing there.
All right, can you hear what I'm saying right now?
Should
What's
look,
your name, my
that's
friend?
the concert.
My name is Joe. What the hell? That's fucking crazy! That's sick, bro. You know what you're here to do? Samuel?
That's
Fuck
someone
it.
they know.
All right, Joe, it's your turn, Joe.
This isn't the one where Weinberg. What's his name? They had a guest drummer. I can't remember. What's? So before the song Nuclear Fusion, they bring someone out on the stage to say the opening guttural Nuclear Fusion. But this is a great song, Microtonal. Oh no, it's Jay Weinberg. Yeah. Alright, enjoy some Gizzard for a hot sec. I'm going to attend to a few little things, and I will be right back. This is, again, Nuclear Fusion by King Gizzard and the Lizard Lizard, live in Minneapolis, where we are flying today. Alright, I'm back. So one thing exciting, I got my next KGLW fun flight in that Pilatus. My real good buddy, who's the King Gizzard expert, put together this really good playlist of all the best, not best, but at least some good, it's hard to say best, but all the good Murder of the Universe live tracks. And we will fly around some sort of dystopian area and play Murder of the Universe and fly around in that, what do I call it, the flying microtonal Pilatus PC6 banana. But yeah, Lord of Lightning is one of the cool songs off Murder of the Universe, and that is what you're listening to right now. Let's make sure I'm not crashing the aircraft right now. We're coming up to the greater Chicagoland area. Let's see if we got anything decent to look at. There's cellophane. I can get it. This is Lake Michigan by, you know, tectonic activity. How much microplastics do you think are in Lake Michigan? Doing my part in virtual flight simulator. Alright, let's see where we can see Chicago. So, when you're coming up, there's 70. Did we actually get on this map? Man, this map takes so fucking long to load. Gary, Indiana. So I can't believe the Bears are thinking of moving So here's Soldier Field. Go Bears, by the way. That was a very nice win the other day. Congrats, Davey and Burgess, who's a closet Bears fan. But yeah, they're thinking of building a stadium. Fucking Gary, man. Gary's a shithole for anyone who doesn't know. But no offense to the Garyans. I think you know that, but yeah, here's the Chicagoland area. And actually, it's a bummer. A lot of my friends were just, not friends. I mean, they are my friends. I would say they're colleagues also. Were in Chicago for a big conference this weekend, which if I had my shit together, maybe I would have gone, even though I have no real reason to, But yeah, as I always say on this, Chicago is super awesome. That must be, is that Midway? Yeah, so we'll be flying over Midway and O'Hare and right over, I don't even know what KP Kilo Papa Whiskey Kilo is. But yeah, so there's a Chicago Midway down there. And O'Hare should be right up there, yep, big ass O'Hare. This is a borderline picture worthy. Yeah, Chicago. As I always say, I love this place. I really do. It's a really cool city. I like many cities. I'm a city boy. But yeah, there's the Old Navy Pier. So if you ever go to Chicago, do the, I mean, there's a million things to do. Go to see a Cubs game. Go to the Field Museum. Do the art school. What is it? The Chicago Art School Museum. Go walk along here. The beam is probably there. I don't know, it's somewhere around there. But what I totally recommend is there's lots of boat tours that you can do. A bunch of them suck ass. They're gonna take you into the lock, which is, I guess, borderline cool. You go out just to at least go out to Lake Michigan, and they take you. This is man, I would be funny if we can actually get this zoom in. Anyway, there's a lighthouse thing here for the breakers, and then they take you around the breaker. Anyway, that's the bad boat tour. The nice boat tour takes you through some of the smaller canals and stuff in Chicago, and you get to see some really cool angles. And Chicago is a beautiful architectural city, so yeah, that boat tour was so much fun. You don't go out here. Wrigley or somewhere out here. I don't remember. Not too north. Need to find not too weird an angle to tell where the hell I am. But we passed O'Hare yet. Oh, there's Midway, so we're probably right on top of O'Hare. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, I have some friends who live out in the greater Chicagoland burb area. Although, moved into a really cool neighborhood lately. Yeah. Northwestern University is somewhere up there. I don't really know how far they're close to. Alright, let me reset the camera a little bit here. My bearings. Sorry, am I making you sick? Chicago. I was craving something in Chicago recently. Really good food in Chicago, it goes without saying. This is what songs we got for it? Antarctica, my favorite song about climate doom, which is the topic of much of Gizz's songs. Yeah, enjoy some Antarctica. I'm gonna crank it while I knock off this sandwich and make another coffee. Note to self, if you watch this stream back later, dropping a shitload of frames. So I'm curious what happens. Although, damn, I'm going to be uploading. I'd have to watch it on Twitch, I guess, to see the actual frames. I don't know if I'll actually watch this one back anyway, because I'm not doing anything there. I mean, I'll watch the landing. Anyway, I just wanted to note my drop frames to see what actually happens. Enjoy more Antarctica. Woo! Take me away, take me away. I was gonna say funny story, but it's really not funny, or that much of a story. But one time when I was driving up to Wisconsin, we stopped off in Kenosha for lunch, just randomly, and it was actually pretty nice. There's this, let's see if I can find where I don't know where we went, but they have like this whole little kind of, you are on the lake. Yeah, we're down in here somewhere. I don't know. We just got off the highway and said, "Oh, Kenosha, that's the thing."
Hit me with that G-Funk cookie.
So you can see it back, that ER. This looks like Kenosha. X-plane and we're zoomed in like, 80 nautical miles or more, so I can't really see much. Alright, added a little extra info there. Why was it all competent? They could do something obvious. Apparently. Actually, top of descent is coming up. This is ambergris, which I should turn up. It's a soft falsetto Joey song. Madison, Wisconsin, down there somewhere. Madison, cool town, college town, very beautiful. Gosh, Sheboygan, what else have been to? Poor Green Bay. I am sorry for your loss, Green Bay. I have many Green Bay Packers fan friends. I'm sorry for you, but I also have Chicago Bear fan friends. Let's see why they hate each other. Ownership of Lake Michigan. Start vaguely thinking about our descent here. Man, my dog is so pissed right now. So let's get a sense of our arrival at least, once we get to Plymouth, which we are 87. Oh, I see. Alright, we're going then. So I'm just gonna wanna make them crazy here. Send via Mach number. I should check on my legs page if let's get the slowest down. So we're Mach about 7. Alright, no, everyone looks good. Otherwise, we're just going to once again, just sort of let VNAV do its thing, blah, blah, blah. But I want to be 7,000. Cool. And then that's just basically a straight vector to where we're going. 5.3 is. So this is supposedly one of the, I don't remember off the top of my head, but a really good hypertension by King Gizz and Elizabeth Wizard. So you can listen to this while I'm planning a little. I will say, this is this weird thing Zebo mod does that you'll notice all of a sudden we're going to be losing like hundreds of feet immediately in one go. And that is definitely not a me thing or a turbulence thing. So don't mind Zebo. But we will put in the descent ones. read up on what we need to do. Yeah, we'll just be coming on these G2, and I'll just draw whatever it needs to be, 4,000, 3,000 by Norfolk. Mandatory 7. Yeah, since it wants us to, our missed approach is based on it, so I think it's good airmanship to have that ready. And I will, I'll have the ILS located over here, VOR 12. Yeah, so look at it. Doing some weird stuff. Pre-dial. Drop by the time I get there. Alright, we're doing our descent stuff a little early, but I just want to get a look. So, we're landing 30 left, so we're going to have a little smidge of wind coming from our left. So we got clouds are all pretty high, 4 degrees. So, and our precision height ILS so we'll set the barrow. You can see on the primary flight display that little barrow thing going. It'll tell us when we have to decide to land or not, or commit to an attempt. And let's give ourselves a landing. So we said 30 left. It is dry there. The winds were 200 or 4. Outside air temperature is 4. The QNH was that. Give flaps 30 landing, air conditioner on, anti-ice should be off. Brakes, let's see what auto brake 2 does for us. We currently weigh 132.5. We have 10,000 pounds of fuel. We'll be losing a little less than 3. So let's call it 130. Fine with that. Okay, and let's take a look if that gives us enough landing. So 30 left. We're eventually going to park. I should have looked up where the actual cargo spots are. Which I know there's this infield cargo apron and then a west cargo apron. So we'll just park in this infield cargo apron. But maybe auto brake 2 sounds fine with me because let's just go. Let's pass runway 4. And just exit at one of these whiskeys, honestly. Let's see what auto brake 1 does for us. So super nice mental. So we don't have much room, but that's the idea. Yeah, let's just save on our brakes. Okay, auto brake 1. That's 30. Alright. VRF speeds are in. Papa descent is coming up. Alright. So we'll start concentrating. Progress page. Descent within 8 minutes. There are about 8 minutes of hypertension left. Here you got a little Petro-Dragonic apocalypse in the background there. Witchcraft. So we got a hypertension with a witchcraft jam. Alright, we got 150 DME as the crow flies. So we are getting there. Enjoy a little Gizz. Be right back in 2 seconds. Ok, estoy aquí. Definitely need a little coffee here. Before top of descent, let's see if anyone is contacting us. Our xplane.org newsletter. I'll read that later. Hypertension, one of the great Gizz songs. Fix these cameras. I realize cuts off the noise. OBS. Pretty hazy up. Alright, I'm going to drop the Gizz down a little bit because we are approaching top of the set. So, let's check our charts. We just want to be like above 290, 240, 14. I'm going to dial on this. Let's go with that. Yeah, 240. Alright, flight level 240. Alright, there we are on the map. We're coming in. This is going to be pretty straightforward. We're just getting down to 7,000. Hell of a show, because this is only hypertension just now. Table set is coming up. I think we should be able to get to our thematic song, like Flight B741. Even though, as I said, I don't think that album has anything at all to do with aviation for real. Nevertheless, lots of good... it is the ostensible theme of that album, but I don't think, like I said, I think it just is a good metaphor for whatever the hell they travel a lot. So. Alright, let's do the descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Yep, all good.
Set.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing of fuel.
Yeah, sure.
Discuss.
IAS and altitude bugs.
Yeah, check and set.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist completed.
Alright, good timing. Hypertension ends just before we hit our top of descent. So let's make sure. Turn down a little. Alright, yeah, there we go. Descending, retard. So when that happens, it's the, like, the, throttles coming back. And you see some stuff here. Here's our VNAV path. We're low. But don't worry, it'll figure itself out. Yeah. So nice. We've got 69 knots of headish wind. Check our weather and such again. Oh man, dropping. Alright. I'll run this stuff again. I doubt it's gonna make too much of a change. But actually, this makes sense because things are kind of in real life forming up. Alright, no change.
Nice territory.
Ooh, the 29. Winds shifted a little bit, but that's okay. 5. We'll be getting some crosswind from the left. Now here's flight B741, which if you were an aviation person, you'd think it's flight Boeing, I guess what a 741 would be like a 747-100. Would that exist? I don't think so. Maybe. Might actually be the first modern aircraft. Get to turn up Lucas's mic. Like we should sneak under this cloud. There's nothing here. We're across the vast American Midwestern landscape. Alright, let's keep descending. I'm gonna punch in our final altitude 7,000.
Thank you.
Alright, I really should start concentrating soon, but
Michael!
one more song should get us there.
Turn up, Nicky. I said, oh, Michael!
That's a stupid thing.
I believe they're talking about a fact that the drummer is about to be singing.
Has anyone seen the popular TV show? Just Australian thing again.
It's essentially Australian Fear Factor. That's
Yeah.
context. What do you get? Where are you going with it?
That's what inspired this song.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with. Was that Mike Whitney?
Mike Whitney.
Where they made their hits to the music.
Australian Fear Factor.
Anyway, welcome to the UK!
That's what's up.
I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, 2997. If you watch this music video, this is Le Risque by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and you will see some very cool aircraft in the video for this. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set standard now. I gotta turn down a little bit because I have to think. So set standard. Can I do
Approach
an
check.
approach?
Altimeters and instruments.
Yeah, set and check.
Set and cross check.
Approach aids.
Approach aids. So let me go ahead and set my usual fixed rings that I like. 20, 10, 5. I guess I could give myself a
Check and set.
Approach checks.
Alright, approach checklist complete. Airport.
Altimeter setting.
Why would you say that to me? Altimeter setting. This set 2997.
Okay, that's right.
I know what shoes you asking about. Anyway, what I wanted to see is we are landing 30 left, 301, all good.
Hey, that was sick!
121.
Hey, where's this dude break dance at? Ray, go and taught me everything I know.
So we'll get a center line drawn on our map. Alright, so 4,000, 3,000 is what we're thinking about. We are 47 miles from the VOR. Do not have any ILS reading yet. Still far enough away. Once we get close to Giku, I'll go ahead and speed. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alright, that's halfway through the concert. We got about halfway through. Ending on some fitting stuff, but that will be the end of the gizzard portion of the flight, because now I need to actually think about landing this thing. Okay, reset the heading bug. Here we are, we're coming in, we're going to be sort of jogging down here to the southwest, and then we're coming up and landing right around here. Not around there, directly there. But once I hit Giku, I will, what does it actually want you to do from Giku? 266. Yeah, we'll go ahead and select and follow this. And I'll draw a center line out from that. This or whatever. A-Biz. Momentarily. Alright. Accelerating. So what do we want to be here? 250. No, that's not for us. Just 210 is our next restriction. Yeah, we'll do. VNAV doing an admirable job here. So, good here. Getting a little slow there. Just fine. Okay, let's set our heading bug on the turn. Is this our leg? Wait, oh no, 2-4. Where did I see 2-7-3? Oh, that's where we were doing. Alright, you know what? I'm kind of happy with this. I'm gonna go speed and I'm just gonna take us direct. Come on. Come on, come on. We'll fly toward you. And, alright, I'm gonna go A-Bez. And 301. But let's go. Okay.
1,000 to go.
Alright, check, let's go. Man, I'm a little too far out. Alright, 243. So heading select. And we're still, so I'll go level change. down. 210. Alt acquired. MCP speed. Alt acquired. Alright, alt hold. 210. Alright, cool. We are picking up DME. 0.3. Let's get it on both sides. We don't have indication just yet. And execute. Oh shit. What is happening? Sorry, my shit is frozen. In the wind wing. So okay, we want ABES 301 course. Alright. Whoops. Alright, I'm a little nerdy here. Alright, we will head toward the ILS, so we got vector. Like 260 them. Okay, let's go. We want 1,000. I'm gonna go vertical speed, start descending. Okay, we've got some indicators. We are just picking it up here. Go ahead and arm the localizer. I'm just gonna go to our up speed here. Okay, MCP speed, heading select. We are in vertical speed. Works for me. So I'm just gonna get on the localizer and then we'll keep sending. Alright, VOR lock. We are turning inbound. Okay, set runway heading. I don't want to capture. Although, I guess why not? Alright, I'll go ahead and arm approach. Alright, glide slope capture. Should catch up. We can give it a little help. I go. Once we get to 8 minutes. Oh man, I hope my button binds are correct. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps 1 now. I'd like to start slowing down before we start diving down. Alright. Once we hit the 10, I'll start going through our, through all of our, flaps. Don't want speed brakes. Okay, let's go. 5, that. Should see the speed trend coming down. Lights. Light switches continuous. Light pad vector on. We're not slowing down very well, so let's go gear down. Flaps 15. Plug in RVRF. Well, let's go final config, flaps 30. Go ahead and do our landing
checklist. Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Really? Checked.
Speed brake.
Arm. Green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 1 set.
Flaps.
Flap 30 set green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
Alright. I see the airport. I'm going to go ahead and take over thrust. Okay, let's give us a little more power. So we got a decent amount of headwind. But as you can see, here is the airport. We are on profile. And with this kind of headwind, I'm going to give us a little bit more. Although 65, that seems a little high. Alright. Use like 59. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take over controls. Feels good.
$1,000.
Slows down a little. Alright, just kind of following the flight director. Low. Not that high, sync rate.
Approaching 30 left.
Alright, let's go on. I am low. Correct. A little power and correct. There we go. Now we can bring back on path to red. Wait. Alright, let's just go visual from here. I'm gonna get rid of the flight. Low. Speed is good. Hush.
4 and approaching minimums. Minimums. 300.
A little off center, but I can correct.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, 7,000 feet remaining.
Weird. Okay. Cursors. Okay, that looks like we crossed the runway line.
80 knots.
Okay, and I'm looking for. Okay, idle. Okay, cursor done. Brakes. Sorry, I got turned around. I think I should. Right there. That's Mike. Yeah. Oh. It's off.
Caution, short runway, 1,000 remaining.
Hush. Alright, let's turn off here. And I'm pretty sure the cargo apron is right here. Let's figure out where the hell we need to go. Did I go into reverse here? Oh, see my, alright, I see. I couldn't feel my detent because I have, alright, flaps up, spoilers up, brakes are off, landing lights. Like I said, let's just chill here for a sec. No one's coming. Get these lights off. On stroke. Those get on. So this. And look at a chart. So yeah, one thing kind of weird. I need to. I had tightened up my Bravo quadrant. All right, so just right. Yeah, we're good. I couldn't really feel my detent. Alright, so we're just taking Whiskey, Yankee, and remember exactly what it was. Alright, weather comes off, airport can come off, rain can come. Go. E. Alright. I floated it, but that's alright. Got down awfully. Sponder to standby, and then Tango. Yep. Cargo apron. Alright, and we will find somewhere to park. Feels like I should have looked up where Amazon goes. About here. I can't see. I can't see. No princess parking for us today. The hell is the Oh, there's the homeboy. I see you. Alright, I see you all. Coming at you pretty good, huh? I'm off the center line here. Right. Is set. Gonna that thing. I have to figure out why. Alright, APU can come on. They're going. And our APU is on, so let's put down engines. Okay, nice. Can get rid of window heats and probe heats. And we can, no one on the plane, so we don't care about that. Fuel pumps can come off. Get our ground power unit. Approach rating, great. Besides the long landing. But we'll check it out, we'll see what happened there. It did feel pretty good. Alright, GPU, chocks. Flight director off. Yep. Oh, do it on my things. Those can come off. Electric, hydraulics can come off. Let's go ground power. Rid of the fuel. APU bleed off. Anti-collision light can come off. Let's turn that off. The light is off. And APU can come off. Let's see if it likes our shutdown
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps.
Off.
Electrical.
GPU on the bus.
Fasten belts.
Off.
Window heat.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
Off.
Voice recorder.
Auto.
Air conditioning packs.
Auto.
Engine bleeds.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Exterior lights.
I'd like to check that again if you don't mind.
So check this out. When I go, I think anti-collision.
Checked.
Okay.
Start switches.
So
Off.
position
Auto
light
brake.
steady is
Off.
off.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Flaps.
Up. No lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
Start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Transponder.
Standby.
CVR circuit breaker.
In.
Cockpit door.
Really?
Forgot letting us
Unlocked.
out is on the
Shutdown
checklist.
checklist complete.
All right, we did it. We did it. Welcome to beautiful Minneapolis, Minnesota. Keep listening to some Gizz.
Absolutely fabulous, man. It is.
We can try and find where they played. The Armory. This is very epic music for Minneapolis. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard Thea live in concert. This is on their suite table, electronics table. Goes by the name of Nathan. Here's Minneapolis Airport. Not too exciting. Like I said, still the Midwest. I mean, there's only so much the Midwest can offer us scenically from 30,000 feet.
The silver cord, a glowing thread, binds us to the higher divine.
A little off key there, but I can't, you know, I'm super impressed that they do this electronic table, and this is nothing. This is like early in the table's career. It's evolved into this insane thing. It's awesome. All their rave shows, which are intense, but, and still, you know, whatever. We all have our favorite Gizz. Oh. Sorry. Change the speed. Alright, nice. Let's see, best part of X-Planes. Watch it replay. Okay, so where were we here? Not even flaps down here. Let's watch it So all I really noticed about this one, I could have adjusted to the wind a little better. I kind of straightened out and let it push me. You can see here. I should have just kept that nose angled. And I just didn't want to slam it. But I missed the touchstone. That's a pretty small touchdown zone. But I did go very far. So when did I cross? So one thing, if we go inside, I'm sure my thrust. Alright, so I'm like 62, that's because I was low and I was pulling up. Oh. I guess this slightly higher N1 makes a little more sense, I think. Because we did have a decent... We had like 15 knots of headwind. But... when did I kill my fucking throttle? So what happened was, when I started pulling back, I had no tactile sensation of where my thrusters were. Okay, not as bad as I thought. When I was actually landing, it felt really weird. But I guess... when did I get my reversers? Alright, so yeah, my reversers came late. That's what I couldn't tell. But hey, I will take that landing 10 out of 10 times. We'll play once we go gear down. I did come in a little hot, but, you know, that's how we do. Okay. Yeah, because we were like, I couldn't really bleed. When did I go? Is this wrong? Am I really just flat? I can't just be flash one at that point. Oh no. Okay. That's just the X-plane lagging, because I didn't think I was that late on it. Do I have DME? Does this actually calculate? No. One thing, it would be cool if the replay mode had the full information here so you could see. I was being a little too futsy with the gas. like these little tiny adjustments aren't really doing that. I mean that, like, I don't mind that kind of adjustment. I think that's what actually does something. Looks like me nosing down there. Well, I guess we could see when I kill the... Nice. Let's timestamp when on manual flight. Okay, 250, like, somewhere around here. 12, I thought, 13, 14. Alright, 25. So this is now under my control. So yeah, I let the nose drop a bit there. That looks nice. Signs. I did crank all my X-plane settings up, which did help make it look a little better. And I feel like I haven't suffered much frame issues. We will take that. Like I said, 100 times out of 100, 8 flies will take that landing. Alright, after not flying this puppy for a while, we landed nicely enough. A little wobbly at the end there. Again, that's just because I couldn't tell where I was in my detents, so I had to look down. And looking down while you're going, you know, over 100 knots down a runway. And then I should have exited here. Was the plan originally, but I kind of lost my way. I could have made it, but Mike Whiskey 8. Good. Alright. I guess that's it, Mike. I think I accidentally put cursors up again. But yeah, I think that's where I want to go. Probably not allowed to do what I just did here. But we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. Alright, sweet. Alright, well, that was a fun flight. We did it. Little silver cord. So maybe for next flight we will finish up the Minneapolis show on takeoff. Maybe if we do this return flight at some point, I will do start with Minneapolis and end with the Kentucky/Ohio show. They're somewhere right over the water. I can't remember exactly what it was, but that will work out for us for listening to some Gizz. But in the meantime, thanks again for joining me. That was a fun flight. I am happy with our performance on that one as well. Did a good job. Well done. We could look at the at our little landing performance thing. Why not? Since it was a decent one. I went too far, of course, but like I said, I was trying to just sort of I'm trying to just I'm gonna care less about touchdown zone than I am about, unless it's a super short runway, blah 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 blah. But according to this, I was stable. But yeah, I don't know anything else I care about much here. But yeah, just as long as I can kind of get these a little bit smoother landings, then I'll worry about landing within that zone. I notice sometimes I just end up botching the landings because I'm looking for the touchdown zone so much. So I went 70 feet. Or is that touchdown threshold crossing height? Yeah, so I was, I guess, 70 feet threshold cross height. I wonder if we're touchdown threshold distance. Distance from threshold to touchdown point. Positive behind, negative before. So, yeah, I mean, I went quite far down, but, that is the stuff we're working on. But otherwise, the landing felt good. The wind didn't really... I could have adjusted to the wind slightly better, but okay with that. So yeah, there's our aircraft. We're turnaround state, and I will hopefully get to stream again soon. I hopefully get to flight sim again soon. We didn't think about what our accountability thing should be, so that should be my plan. By next stream, I should have some sort of new thing to be accountable for in flight simulation this year, and start working on that. Maybe what I should do is, I haven't busted out the Airbus setup in a while, and the X-plane, I'd like to try that A330, to tell you the truth. I do have the A319 towless, which I could try out. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff to do. Even though I still enjoy flying the 737, it's a lot of fun. But it's almost the only thing I've flown in X-plane. And the 757 I flew the other day, and I made a MobiFlight profile for the EFIS panel in the 757 because it's down here and it's really hard to kind of see. I don't quite understand that aircraft just yet. I mean, it's a Boeing, so I understand it, but the power settings, it's so fast. And yeah, so I just have to get a feel for that thing better. The LNAV is wonky too in the Flight Factor 757. It just looks wonky. It seems to mostly be okay, but it does lose itself every so often. So anyway, I eventually want to mess with that a bunch more because that's my favorite plane, the Boeing 757 in the UPS or FedEx livery and such. But I was thinking I did get the Pilatus P6 for X-Plane. So it could be next stream maybe. I do want to do a King Gizzard and a Lizard Wizard stream to show off the playlist that my buddy made. That's really good. And fly around. Like I said, it'll be the premiere of a live playlist of Murder in the Universe songs. And we will pick some kind of cool dystopian setting to fly around in. Either a volcano or some sort of megalopolis. Something fitting for that album, that excellent album. So otherwise, thanks again for joining me today. We are not starting soon. We are ending. Thanks for joining me. And as usual, in the meantime, please enjoy a little King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on your way out. And I will see you next time. So, bye-bye.
Sometimes I think I wasn't cut out for this world. Sometimes I just feel like just a scumbag to everyone. I probably would have been better off, do my own thing.
You're not a scumbag, man.
I do like eating the scraps.
You like chicken.
I do like chicken.
Ambi likes chicken.
This one's about them chickens in the sky.
The funny thing, cat named Bruno, but Bruno is like the smartest dude on the flight sim Discord. I find it funny that we got a Bruno. Bruno, if you're watching this, thank you very much for being such a informative and cool dude.